Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Xiaomi Mi Note 3 review and I'm currently using the front facing camera on this phone. I hope you enjoy the review. So the Mi Note 3 is definitely one of the better looking phones that I've had on this channel since starting it. Both the front and back are made of glass, 5.5 inch display at 1080p. It's an IPS display and you do get some very good colours, very natural looking, sharp, and those icons look really nice. One of the standout features for me is obviously the blue colour because it's absolutely stunning blue and the way it reflects in the light is amazing. You also have this beautiful metal frame around the body to complete the whole phone, and it is certainly solid. It is a solid and well built phone, looks really nice and definitely lives up to the price tag. The Mi Note 3 does have a very bright display, which definitely helps when you're outside in really sunny conditions. But on the other end of the scale, the brightness can be lowered a hell of a lot. So when you're reading the phone at night times in a dark room, you can get it down to a reasonable level. And look at this fingerprint sensor, still absolutely rapid. That's one of the great things I've enjoyed about this phone, the rapid unlock with the fingerprint sensor. Also does Face ID unlock, which I will show you in a moment. So the Mi Note 3, the one I have is the international version. You do get Google Play Store installed already. And when you do purchase it off GearBest or anywhere, just make sure in the description that it does say Google Play is already installed on there. It's also running their MIUI 9, so it's the latest version of that, and it is very fluid. You do have quite a good user experience with that. So this particular version is 128GB of ROM, 6GB of RAM, also with a Snapdragon 660 2.2 GHz octa-core processor. It's also 4G, which has been working in the UK on the EE network. We've had no problems with that at all. Battery is 3500 milliamps, which is excellent. I'll go through that in a moment. But for the price, the build quality and specs definitely live up to the price. So that is a massive thumbs up for me. So as I mentioned earlier, this does have Face ID unlock. It also has fingerprint unlock, which is very rapid, which I mentioned earlier. Let's see how quick and how responsive the Face ID unlock is. Now it doesn't unlock straight from sleep mode or wherever the screen is off, so you can't just stick your face in front of it and do that. You have to click the power button on once, and then there you go. Let's do it right close. That's not bad. Pretty quick. How far away? Yeah. There? No, it doesn't like me there. There, okay. Okay, now I'm going to try and shut my eyes, see if it unlocks that way. Right, so. No? Open? Okay, so you need your eyes open. But it's responsive, look at it. And it's not too slow either. So Face ID and fingerprint unlock work really well. Very impressed. Okay, let's jump on to the Xiaomi Mi Note 3 camera. As you saw at the start of the video, I introduced the video using the front-facing camera on the Note 3. It is a 1080p 16 megapixel front-facing camera, and it produces very good quality videos and pictures. When looking at the video files in detail, they are true 1080p, and frame rate per second was around 29 FPS. You can definitely tell the difference when you're jumping from a MediaTek phone to a Snapdragon phone in terms of camera performance. Camera performance does improve quite a bit, but then you do pay that extra bit of money where this Note 3 is slightly dearer than a MediaTek smartphone. And the improved camera performance you can tell. Obviously it's not a Samsung, it's not a Galaxy Pixel, but it's definitely up there with the OnePlus 5. It's a dual 12 megapixel rear camera, and again, fantastic performance for the price and the mid-range phone. You do get that bokeh effect. With this, you also get the face beauty that you get with a lot of phones. It also records in 4K as well, which I was very surprised. But I was very impressed with the camera's performance as a whole, front-facing and rear-facing camera pictures and videos. Have a look at some of the videos and the pictures that I've took over the past week and make your own mind up. Just thought I'd let everyone know it's snowing, alright?
Not me, I'm going
Yeah.
She can just tell us small.
Right.
Mummy, why did you put them sponges in the bin?
So this is 1080p footage. It's quite smooth as well. Some good natural colours. Very impressed. Autofocus is working well. Let's go right up to the sun. And let's go back. Yeah, that's great. Handles the light changes really well. It's great. Okay, the battery, 3,500 milliamp battery. It is excellent, it really is. Another standout item on this phone. Take a look at these screenshots. So here we go, right here we have screen time on of 7 hours and 17 minutes with still 14% left. I managed to get a total of 16 hours, 47 minutes on the battery. But obviously there was still a bit of juice in that left, so I would have definitely got maybe 17, just over 17 hours on the battery there. Great performance. Also this one here, 7 hours and 53 minutes on another day, again with 12% battery left. I think if you use right, you could probably get about 9 hours overall. Then here guys, the best one for me was 8 hours and 29 minutes. With 12% battery left still. Now through those days I was using maps. I use Google Maps a lot, so it uses GPS as well and mobile data. And my journeys to work are around about an hour there and an hour back, so it's at least 2 hours a day with GPS and map navigation. Mixed in with that was some gaming as well, so it's just general overall use. And 8 hours on screen on time is great. I didn't need to charge it throughout the day. I just whacked it on charge in the evening. So the Note 3, beautifully optimized for battery performance. I want to talk about the screen or the glass. Now on GearBest and other websites, it doesn't actually tell you whether it's if it's Gorilla Glass 4 or Gorilla Glass whatever. The only place I've managed to find where it says Gorilla Glass is on GSM Arena. Now it states that it has Gorilla Glass, so I don't know what to believe. I can't even find it on the actual Xiaomi website. It doesn't even say whether it is or not. Anyway, if it is Gorilla Glass, it's not fully worked because I have noticed very slight hairline scratches that I picked up after the first couple of days. So I can't really tell if it's going to pick up or not. But just around here, there's a couple of light scratches that the phone has picked up. But since then, there's been nothing else. So a bit of a strange one, that is. So the rear glass has, that's very difficult to see as well. It's very minute, but there is a couple of light hairline scratches on there, but as I said, and I'm showing you now, you can't really see on the camera. It's much better and easier to see with the naked eye. But from that, I'm going to say it's not Gorilla Glass, which is a little bit disappointing on a phone at this price. Next up, I have some GPS footage for you, some navigation on my journeys. The GPS is bang on the money. So let's take a quick look at this video. This is the sensor box. All the sensors are working. This is the accelerometer. Gyroscope is also working as it should. Proximity sensor. That's another one. All sensors are in full working order. Orientation as well, the compass. What you will notice the launcher is different to what it was on the unboxing video. I've installed the Google Now launcher. That is mainly because on the launcher you get with it, you can't remove any of the icons and sort of just remove them and hide them. They're just stuck on the home screen, which I didn't like. With the Google Now launcher, everything's going to be in there and you just drag and drop what you want on here. This hasn't affected the performance of the phone. It's still very rapid. There's been no updates as of yet, but the phone has been in a stable state. It's been running absolutely fine. It's packed with so many sort of different settings. One-handed mode as well, which I tried, which is pretty cool. If you've got small hands, you just drag like that and you can operate the phone with a 3.5-inch display. You can change the settings to increase it to 4 inches and 4.5. So that's pretty handy. But I've got big hands, so the normal size screen is fine with me and you just drag it back. The Mi Note 3 also has NFC, so you can use Tap and Pay, Android Beam as well, so you can transfer files to and from other phones with NFC. Unfortunately, it doesn't have wireless charging. So the audio quality and the speakers are good for a mid-range smartphone. It does have a sort of a surround sound effect because the earpiece also acts as a speaker too. Not as powerful as the rear one there, but it does add that sort of extra dimension when you're listening to audio. Good volume as well on here. So here's some 8K on the IPS display, but this phone does support 60 frames per second, so it's at 1080p and 60 FPS at the moment. There's the display. Absolutely stunning. So I've played all games on maximum settings, high graphic intensive games, and the Mi Note 3 has chomped its way through it. It's been absolutely great. So there's no problem with gaming. I didn't experience any sort of dropping frames at all. Smooth gameplay. So I'm just going to run a speed test for you now, guys. I'm on 4G on the EE network, just to show you the sort of speeds. And there's some decent signal up here. So 22 down and 16 megabytes up. I'm very happy with them speeds. Just wish my home broadband was like that as well. So the Mi Note 3 has been an absolute joy to test and review. It has definitely been one of the better phones on the channel. It is definitely worth the price tag, and I'm actually struggling to find any bad things about it, apart from the fact it's not Gorilla Glass, and if it is, it's very, very poor Gorilla Glass, because there is a couple of slight scratches on the front and a couple of light scratches on the back. Very fingerprint sensitive as well. Maybe the other thing is the MIUI 9 launcher. I had to change it to Google Launcher because you can't shift any of the icons around, you can't hide it. On Google Now Launcher you can have it pretty much how you want. They're the only sort of little niggling things if I had to be picky. But overall, it is a splendid phone. Aimed definitely at that mid-range budget smartphone, just under the sort of OnePlus 5, OnePlus 5T sort of margin. So that concludes my review, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If there are any questions, please comment below. There are links to this phone in the description. There are international versions and normal Chinese versions, but just double check to make sure that if you want the international version, that Google Play is on there, because it can be a pain in the arse to get Google Play installed on the Chinese version. But a massive thumbs up for me for the Xiaomi Mi Note 3 on Geeky Stuff. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.